Today's poet, U.A. Fanthorpe, was suggested by our last featured poet, Joe Bousfield. Fanthorpe taught at Cheltenham Ladies' College for many years, but left in her 40s to pursue, as she put it, life as a middle-aged bohemian, taking a job as a clerk in a mental hospital, which experience furnished fuel for her writing. I've chosen 3 of her poems. The first is The Cleaner, a woman whose lengthy marriage has left her with a jaundiced view of men, and brings out her protective maternal feelings for the welfare of the female students whose rooms she is employed to clean. The second is Idyll, in which the poet describes the component parts of an ideal state, which she would hope to materialise during her lifetime. This poem was one of the favourites of her partner of 44 years and fellow poet, Rosie Bailey. The reflective bitch mentioned in the poem was a dog named Shandy, who had belonged to a burglar, whose wife couldn't cope with it after her husband was sent to jail. The third poem, and my favourite of the 3, is Not My Best Side. In her poem Awkward Subject, which describes having her photograph taken on a hill in winter, Fanthorpe worries about her hair not looking nice. This concern with appearances she extends to the 3 characters in Uccello's painting of St. George and the Dragon, in which first the dragon, then the distressed damsel, and finally George himself take it in turns to share their innermost thoughts with us onlookers. Enjoy. Fanthorpe died of cancer not far from Stroud, aged 79, on the 28th of April 2009, in a hospice near her home in Wootton-under-Edge, Gloucestershire. The Cleaner. I've seen it all, you know. Men. Well, I've been married for 32 years. I can do without them. I know what they're after. And these students, they're young, you know. They don't know what it's all about, the first years. And these postgrads, I know what they're after. They're older, you know, and by Christmas, they've finished here, they've gone. A girl can get hurt. I've been here 8 years, I've seen it happen. Sometimes I say to her friend, you ought to talk to her. Does she know what she's doing? And the friend will say, yes, she does know. Well, I hope I did right. No need for any of them to have a baby. But do they know? I feel a mother like. Once I did ask, I said, do you know? And she said, oh yes, we know how far we're going. But these postgrads are older. They take advantage. These girls, mind, they're not all as innocent as you'd think. 20 stubs in the ashtray. I can tell a lot from that. Idyll. Not knowing even that we're on the way, until suddenly we're there. How shall we know? There will be blackbirds in a late March evening, blur of wood smoke, whiskey in grand glasses, a poem of yours waiting to be read, and one of mine, a reflective bitch, a cat materialised on a knee. All fears of present and future will be over, all guilts forgiven. Maybe heaven, or maybe we can get so far in this world. I'll believe we can. Not My Best Side. 1. Not my best side, I'm afraid. The artist didn't give me a chance to pose properly, and as you can see, poor chap, he had this obsession with triangles, so he left off 2 of my feet. I didn't comment at the time. What, after all, are 2 feet to a monster? But afterwards I was sorry for the bad publicity. Why, I said to myself, should my conqueror be so ostentatiously beardless? and ride a horse with a deformed neck and square hooves? Why should my victim be so unattractive as to be inedible? And why should she have me literally on a string? I don't mind dying ritually, since I always rise again, but I should have liked a little more blood to show they were taking me seriously. 2. It's hard for a girl to be sure if she wants to be rescued. I mean, I quite took to the dragon. It's nice to be liked, if you know what I mean. He was so nicely physical, with his claws and lovely green skin and that sexy tail. And the way he looked at me, he made me feel he was all ready to eat me. And any girl enjoys that. So when this boy turned up, wearing machinery, on a really dangerous horse, to be honest, I didn't much fancy him. I mean, what was he like underneath the hardware? He might have acne, blackheads, or even bad breath for all I could tell. But the dragon, well, you could see all his equipment at a glance. Still, what could I do? The dragon got himself beaten by the boy, and a girl's got to think of her future. 3. I have diplomas in dragon management and virgin reclamation. My horse is the latest model with automatic transmission and built-in obsolescence. My spear is custom built, and my prototype armour still on the secret list. You can't do better than me at the moment. I'm qualified and equipped to the eyebrow. So why be difficult? Don't you want to be killed and or rescued in the most contemporary way? Don't you want to carry out the roles that sociology and myth have designed for you? Don't you realise that by being choosy, you're endangering job prospects in the spear and horse-building industries? What, in any case, does it matter what you want? You're in my way.